Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 baby names that I love and that I may be using. Now I did this video last year and I absolutely loved it. It got so many views, so I thought this year, why not make another video and just put out there some names that I might use, because why not? So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys 5 baby boy names that I love and that I may use, and 5 baby girl names that I love and that I may use. Now I also want to put out there that not all of these names begin with the letter A. As you may or may not know, all of my kids' names belong. They all begin with the letter A, including mine. So that was like a little theme. I was trying not to keep it, but then once I started, I couldn't stop. But now that I'm on the fence with being a baby number 5 or not, I'm like, you know what? If there is a baby number 5, no name is off the list just because it doesn't start with an A, especially since there are a couple of names in here that I would have named my child if I would have gotten Babe on board with them. So enough of this intro. Let's go ahead and jump right into the baby name. So name number 1 that I have for a baby boy is Lucas. Lucas is such a handsome name. Lucas was actually on my list of baby names that I would not be using, just because I knew, well, yeah, I'm not really sure why I put that on my other list, because I'll definitely still use it. I guess back then, because I'm like, no, if it doesn't begin with an A, we can't use that at all. But since I'm not sticking with that, not that I'm pregnant, that's definitely a name that I can definitely see myself naming my son. I just think of a smart, handsome, sweet little boy when I think of the name Lucas. So the second baby boy name is Nico. I don't know what it is about this name, but I absolutely love this name. So either my son's name is going to be Nico, or I'm going to get a dog, it's going to be a boy, and his name is going to be Nico. Yeah, we're going to go with that. But I absolutely I am in love with the name. And it's not Nicholas or Nicolette or Nicole, like it's Nico. That's the only name that I love. And I think if I have another son, his name probably should and could be Nico. Baby boy name number 3 is Anthony. Ever since I was a teenager, I've always said that I was going to have a son named Anthony. So funny that Avery's name is Avery and not Anthony. Honestly, the reason why his name is not Anthony is because Babe's middle name is Anthony, and he didn't want his son's name to be Anthony. But when we were coming up with baby names for baby number 4, he mentioned that name. So looks like it's back in the running. Moving right along to baby number 4 is Elijah. And it's Elijah with an A and not Elijah. I know it usually begins with an E, but a friend mentioned that name to me when I was pregnant with baby number 4, and I was like, oh, that's actually really cute. So I wrote that down on the list if it was a boy. Clearly I had a girl, so I like it. And yeah, lastly, for the boys, number 5 is Grayson. And I know that I might get some looks for that name because hubby looked at me like I was crazy when I mentioned that name to him, but it was definitely on my list in my hospital bag when I went to the hospital to have baby number 4, because I thought that at the end of the day, the day's not over without thunder. I thought that at the end of the day, he would be on board with whatever name I wanted, to be honest, after, because I just gave birth, so he's just gonna yes me. It's okay. That's the reason why. So I love that name. I don't care how many people look at me crazy. I love that name. And yeah, that is that. Moving right along to the girls' names. So the first name that I have is Amaya. So within the last 6 months or so, we were in the mall at the little play area, and this lady called her daughter and her name was Amaya, and I was just like, oh, that's so pretty. And it's funny because I also know her name was Amara. Yeah, so let's scratch that. Okay, so yeah, Amaya is it's just so pretty and so simple yet classy. Now that I think about it, isn't Owlette's name Amaya? Yeah, Amaya becomes, yeah. I don't know how I feel about that anymore. But I do like the name. But now that I know that's Owlette's name, not sure how I feel about that. So baby girl number 2 name is Audrina. Audrina. Yeah. It was either Audrina or Adriana. 2 completely different names. So Audrina made the list more than Adriana because I feel like there's like a lot of Adrianas out there. So anyway, Audrina, I just love the name. I always think of like a beautiful, strong, tall girl when I think of the name Audrina. I don't know why, and that kind of fits into my family because I'm tall, Babe's tall, Elena's tall, so why wouldn't, you know, another girl born into my family be tall, right? But I don't know, I just really like that name. So baby girl number 3 is Kylie. To be completely honest, this should have been on the list for baby girl names that I love but I won't be using. Babe will never be on board with me using the name Kylie just because of, you know, Kylie Jenner and so forth, but he would never. So yeah, but I've always loved that name, and I feel like I heard that name way before the Kardashians even came out. So I just think it's the prettiest name. Kylie Elizabeth or Kylie Isabel, like those, I don't know what it is, but those names just ring in my ear and it's like, aw, you're so cute. But that'll never happen. So the next 2 names are Hawaiian names. I absolutely love Hawaiian names. I don't know what it is about them, but they are some of the most beautiful names. The 4th name is Leilani. Don't you like, just say it. Just say it out loud. Leilani. Leilani. Call her. Leilani. So pretty. It's just so pretty. Like, how can you not like the name? It's so freaking pretty. I can't. But yeah, I forgot to write down the meaning. I'll go ahead and post it alongside the name, but I just think it's a beautiful name. And I just think of a beautiful girl with long curly hair, and yeah, that also fits right into my family. And lastly, the last baby girl name, baby number 5, and it is the name Kalani. Kaylani, however you want to pronounce it. I only say Kaylani because there's 2 spellings that I'm obsessed with. It's you guys will see it on the screen, and it's not really after the singer because I believe her name is Kalani, right? Yeah, but the spellings that I got were off of the internet, and I absolutely love them. Again, I forgot to write down the meaning of the name, so it's there. I know the second spelling of the name, Kaylani, I'm pronouncing it the way that it's spelled, but I do believe if I were to use that spelling, I can still say Kalani. You know, you guys get on me. Well, there's been a couple of people who have commented on the way that I pronounce a name, that I'm saying it wrong or it's off, and the way my brain works, a lot of times I will say something the way that I see it, not really silence any letters. So yeah, but I just think it's such a beautiful, beautiful name. And actually, Aaliyah, her middle name was going to be Kalani, but I wanted her to have 2 middle names, but Babe, he wasn't not wanting it, and it was like either or. And when it came down to it, I was just like, you know what, let me just leave it with 1 name because I don't want her name to be so long. But now I kind of regret it because if I do end up having a baby number 5, I most definitely want another boy. I have 3 girls, I have 1 boy, so I most definitely would want another boy. And so now, if that were to happen, I wouldn't even be able to use the name because 5 babies, that's it. You don't want no more. No more. 5 is the limit. But let's get back on this video. I love that name. I absolutely love that name. And I think out of all the names on the list, if I were to have another girl, more than likely her name would be Kalani. Hands down, her name would be Kalani. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the names. Don't forget, if you did enjoy the video, to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know some of the names that you guys are thinking about naming your kids. Let's start a discussion down below in the comments. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications just so that you're notified every time I upload new content. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!